So in 20 years, if you look back at my channel, and I ended up going pre-med and then a doctor, hey, this was the plan, but the plan could change. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Yomi. My name is Yomi. I'm an artist and recently I've been making some college videos. I'm going to be talking about the college admissions process, so make sure to subscribe so you can see some more admissions information and just see what I went through this college admissions process. So for today's video, I'm going to be telling you what process I went through choosing colleges. So when I first started applying to schools, I just applied to different types of schools, big universities, small universities. I applied to Christian University, a school overseas. I was going to apply to a lot of schools overseas, but I just didn't really understand the process and there wasn't a lot of help in that aspect for me when trying to figure out how to apply to schools overseas. And I didn't want that culture shock of being in a country I've never been in before, so I didn't apply to many schools overseas, but I applied to private universities, public universities, really good schools, mediocre schools, decent schools. So I just wanted to put my foot out there and put my foot in the water and see if it was warm or cold. I just made an analogy that doesn't make sense, but anyways,
Child. Anyway, so
I just really wanted to see what I wanted because I didn't know what I wanted. I did not know what type of university I wanted to go to, but I did not know what I wanted at all. So if you don't know what you want, just apply to a lot of different types of schools because throughout the college admissions process, your mind will change. There are some schools that I really wanted to go to at the beginning of the admissions process, and towards the end, like when I had to choose, I didn't want to go to them at all. I couldn't even see myself going there. Early on, like I really wanted to go to Baylor University, or I really wanted to go to Indiana University at Bloomington. I really wanted to go to University of Kentucky when I was a freshman. During the summer, I really wanted to go to Harvard, but by the time my Harvard admissions letter came out, I didn't care that I wasn't accepted. Like I really didn't care. I did not want to go there anymore. It wasn't the school for me, and that's okay. Your mind is gonna change just because a school has been your dream school for a year or for your whole life. That doesn't mean you have to stick with that school. It's fine to give up on that dream because it may not be the right fit for you. I was not going to really decide, oh, I really want to go here until I saw the admissions acceptances and I saw how much financial aid they gave me so that I could rule out schools that didn't give me financial aid. And when I first started getting my acceptances, the schools were not giving me sufficient financial aid that met my need.
One school gave me $15,000, which honestly, that is a lot of money, but not for a university. That's not a lot of money in that regards. So that was not enough for me. So even then, I didn't rule those schools out because I wasn't being logical, and I was like, oh, I should still consider them. No, I shouldn't have, because I can't pay $150,000 in tuition and room and board for 4 years. There's just no way. Especially if they didn't offer me enough loans either, there'd be no way for me to pay for that. So that's also one thing you need to consider. If you don't have good financial aid, you can't go there, or you're just gonna be paying off loans for so many years, and you don't want to be doing that. You really don't want to be doing that. And this is coming from someone who has never had to pay loans before, but I just hear of all the burdens, and I'm trying to be wise and trying to be responsible and realize, hey, I know beforehand that taking out loans, like hundreds, like dozens of thousands of dollars in loans, is a big burden on your back, and I don't want that burden on me. So that was a personal decision that I made. And towards the end of my admissions process, the latter half, the second half, that's when I started getting accepted into schools that were giving me decent financial aid, where they were giving me over half tuition or almost full tuition or full tuition. So, drumroll please.
This is not the final drum roll, but the schools that gave me good financial aid: first UF, second Rhode Island School of Design, third Middlebury College, fourth University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, fifth New York University, and sixth Brown University slash the Brown University Dual Degree Program, which is counted in the same financial aid as Brown. So I had 6 schools to choose from, but really I had narrowed it down. I had narrowed it down to 4 schools because I didn't even know that I had gotten accepted into Brown. I didn't want to go into UF. I still did a little checking out of like the campus and about UF majors and stuff because I didn't want to completely rule it out because UF is in my home state and I want to go out of state. But that's also one thing. If you want to go out of state, don't rule out in-state schools. Still apply to a lot, and still, if you get accepted, look at them because you may decide to go there, and it may be a good fit for you. It may be the best fit for you. So I still didn't completely rule out UF, but I decided I don't want to go here. That narrowed it down to 4 schools, which were Middlebury College, University of North Carolina, New York University, and Rhode Island School of Design. Rhode Island School of Design had given me the least amount of money, and when you look at the ratio, it wasn't as good as the other schools, but University of North Carolina and New York University and Middlebury College had given me really good financial aid.
What's a thousand there?
So I'm like, these are the three schools that I can choose from. But RISD was still in my mind because I really wanted to go to this art school, and I knew that I would regret it if I didn't go there. So I'm like, which school do I choose from? I end up exiting Middlebury off the list.
Bye, Felicia.
I found out about it over the summer because I looked up online the best schools for learning foreign language, and Indiana Bloomington was on that list. Harvard was on that list. Middlebury was on that list. Maybe like 10 schools. So Georgetown and UCLA were on that list too, I think. But I didn't apply to those schools because you needed a separate application, and I was being lazy.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But Middlebury College, they have these houses, which they have 9 people in the house, I believe. 8 people are like regular students, and 1 person is like an attendant kind of in the house. And in the house, it's language house. In the French house, you only speak French. In the Spanish house, you only speak Spanish. But there's only 9 people in the house, and there's only 1 French house, 1 Spanish house. 8 people are accepted into the house, basically. So that was something that really looked cool to me. What if I go to the school and I don't ever get accepted into a house because it's so selective? Like, what was the point to begin with? And also, I did more research and I found out that there are other schools that have dorms basically for language learning and where it's geared towards languages or different floors and stuff like that. So I felt secure in Middlebury, but the main thing was people were telling me that Vermont was not very diverse. And me, I was like, oh, that's fine, that's fine. I can deal with any demographic. I'm accepting of all peoples. But then it came to me, I'm like, wait, I like to learn about cultures. I like to learn about languages. If this is literally one of the least diverse states in the United States, how's that gonna work? And how am I gonna major in something having to do with culture when there's basically very little diversity in the state? Like Vermont is over 98% Caucasian or white. And this Middlebury, I don't know the exact statistics of the white population, but it's very white. Like I looked up the track team and I saw a picture, and every single person on the track team was white, was Caucasian. Which, if you think about track, like the majority of people are black. And even in my school, which is a majority white and Hispanic school, the majority of the people are black. So the track team just testifies to like how little diversity there is in the school. Middlebury, this was like my dream. And also I watched videos and I read articles. 6 or 7, or I don't know the exact number, a staff had quit because of like racism with their Vermont or Middlebury experience. I don't want to take that risk. And just talking to other people, they understood too, and they're like, yeah, maybe it's not the best school for you. So that's why I did not choose Middlebury. I was sad. This is not to put any hate on Middlebury though. Okay, so then I was down to New York University, University of North Carolina, and Rhode Island School of Design. So of course the art school, I'm like, I have to go to an art school because I will regret it for the rest of my life if I don't go. But they did not give me enough financial aid. So I'm like, I can't end up paying like $60,000 by the time I graduate. Like that's not possible for my family or for me because I would want to be the one paying it. I'm like, that's not possible. Yeah, that was just something that was really scary. So I was still thinking about it, but at the end of the day, I probably would have just decided not to go there because they didn't give me enough financial aid for my needs. And then University of North Carolina and then NYU, I was looking at NYU. My sister goes to NYU, and my mom went there for graduate school. And they don't have a campus, so basically NYU is built around the city. So there's a building here and a building here, and so it's not like a college type of town or college type of campus feel. Students are over here in this building and over here in this building, and classes are over here. So it's just spread across the city, which that's not the type of college experience that I imagine and that most people imagine. So that was just putting a hinder on the process. Like I just really did not like that idea of me not having a college campus that I'm in. The city is the campus, which is weird for me. I looked at University of North Carolina. I love the majors. I love the minors. I found one that fit me perfectly. I was watching some vloggers and I was just really starting to fall in love with them.
Marry me.
Not like in love with them, but I just love their videos and I love the feel and I love the people that were there, and it just seemed like it was for me. Like I was still deciding between University of North Carolina, New York University, and RISD, but at the end of the day, my heart was set on UNC. So I was deciding on all of these schools. I was trying to pick my number one choice because I was just assuming that I wasn't going to get into the Ivy League schools, which came out in like a week and a half. So I'm like, let me pick a school. I still hadn't picked a school, so it was between those three, but I probably would have ended up going to University of North Carolina. Next chapter. I check the Ivy League and I get into Brown University. Not only do I get into Brown University, I get into the Brown RISD dual degree program, which is very selective. It was it. No more University of North Carolina. Tear rolls down my face. Not really.
So, right now I'm doing the Brown University applicant portal. Probably denied. I got accepted! No, I didn't! No, I got accepted!
I got accepted. Mommy! I got accepted to Brown!
You did?
Yes!
Congratulations.
That's weird. That's weird. Kind of weirding me out.
No, this is not possible.
No, this is not possible. No, this is not possible.
I should have kept my mouth closed.
Now let's look at the Brown RISD dual decision to see if I got accepted to that. I got accepted to the Brown RISD dual degree program! Yes!
Yumi, congratulations.
They only accepted 15 out of 700 people. I was just like, this is my school, and I was doing a lot of research, and I was like, I need to accept this offer. I was trying to accept it as soon as possible, but my mom was like, no, you need to think about this. Like, you need to think about your options. And of course, I still wanted to think about my options and look more into Brown University because I had looked into RISD. I just wanted to choose the program before I talked myself out of it, which I have literally been doing for like a week now. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough at art for this. I'm just not the right person, which is something that I need to stop doing. So I'm happy to say that I will be attending both Brown University and Rhode Island School of Design. And if you ask what I'll plan on majoring in, illustration for RISD and either international public affairs or anthropology for Brown. But that's right now. So in 20 years, if you look back at my channel and I ended up going pre-med and then a doctor, hey, this was the plan, but the plan could change, you know? So I'm just so excited to be able to go to Brown University and Rhode Island School of Design for this 5-year dual degree program. If you do not know what the dual degree program is, you go to school for 5 years, you attend both schools at the same time. You live in RISD your freshman year, you live at Brown your second year, and the schools are intertwined. They're right on top of each other, so like a walking distance of maybe like 2 minutes. Brown is on the top of the hill, RISD is at the bottom of the hill, and even buildings are intertwined between the two schools. And the schools even do some activities together. You live your first year at RISD, you live your second year at Brown, and your third, fourth, and fifth year, you can choose where you want to live, whether you want to alternate or live in an apartment. But when you graduate, you have 2 separate bachelor's degrees, not a bachelor's and a master's degree. A bachelor's of fine arts from RISD, I believe, and a bachelor's degree from Brown University. So you have a bachelor's degree from an Ivy League school and a bachelor of fine arts degrees from one of the best art schools in the entire world. So it's just a blessing, and I can't wait for all of the opportunities that I'm going to receive from attending this program with all of these amazing professors that I'm going to have who have just pioneered and done amazing things in their fields, and these amazing art professors who just are amazing and have done such amazing projects. And I've used the word amazing so much in this sentence. I'm going to be opening up my Brown University mail that they sent me. It says my name on it, Yomi Adegbile, Brown University.
Super pumped. I've been waiting for this envelope for about 2 weeks now, ever since I found out I got in. Actually, about 3 weeks now. I like the little Brown logo on it. Ooh, the way they seal this so that when I open it nicely. Dun dun dun, what is this? Brown University.
It's a folder.
The avocado! Thanks!
Welcome to Brown. Brown tradition. Walk through the gates and join the Brown community. Convocation. And you'll leave transformed and ready to change the world. Commencement. Congratulations, #Brown 2025. Explore at Brown U and discover everything that awaits you. Share your acceptance. Congratulations, Yomi Adegbile. At Brown, every student adds something unique. We can't wait to see what you'll bring to our campus community. And then it has a letter. Oh, it has 3 papers. So it says, Dear Yomi, congratulations. I am delighted to inform you that you have been admitted to Brown University's class of 2025. As we have throughout our history, Brown seeks to embody its mission of discovering, communicating, and preserving knowledge and understanding in a spirit of free inquiry. Then it just says like general stuff. Congratulations, Dean of Admission.
Dear future Brunonian, congratulations on your admission to Brown University. The Office of Financial Aid staff and I are eager to assist you and your family. Blah, 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 just financial aid information.
Then Brown RISD dual degree.
We are delighted to inform you that the Brown RISD Dual Degree Board of Admission has voted to offer you admission to the dual degree class of 2026. I like how they say they voted me. With only 15 spaces in the dual degree program, you are one of a very impressive group of candidates chosen from a pool of nearly 700 applicants. You are chosen for your extraordinary artistic and academic talents and for the creativity and intelligence you will bring to College Hill.
This is so exciting. I have to take pictures with this. I just really like this. Congratulations, Yomi Adegbile. Wow, this is so nice. And I'm so happy I did not rip the mail, because I always accidentally rip mail. Sometimes on purpose. But this is gonna go in safekeeping. So why did I choose Brown / RISD? So number one, I really could hone in on my art ability and be surrounded by some of the best art students in the United States who are just so creative and intuitive and fantastic in their art pursuits. And just with cool majors like animation and illustration and stuff like that, where in the future with my business pursuits, we can work together. Number two, Brown University is an Ivy League school. That's a very prestigious. Number three, which is actually probably should be my number one, is because my parents went there. They went to Brown University. So all these years, I grew up knowing Brown University. When I was little, I'm like, wait, my parents are brown. They're brown skinned. They went to Brown University. Is that like a college for brown people? Like, I don't get it.
It's not funny.
I didn't get it when I was younger. Of course, now I get it.
Of course, now I get it.
Are you dumb?
But there are just so many Brown magazines lying in my bathroom. They would send a Brown alumni magazine to both my mom and my dad each month. So two of the same magazines with the same cover every single month since I was like in elementary school. Probably way before then. Probably since they graduated. Seeing those magazines in my bathroom every day. Every day. Number four is because honestly, combining art, going to art school and a regular university, regular liberal arts college at the same time, that's not something that you can do elsewhere. There are really not really any other programs that I found that are like that. It's just so amazing. Number five, because the program's so selective, they only accepted 19 people for an estimated 15 people to accept. I got in, they think I can do it. That means I probably can do it. And I just feel so honored. So the selectivity is amazing. Number six, I love Brown's open curriculum, and I love how you don't have to take gen ed classes. So I don't like math, so I don't ever have to take a math class at Brown. The only required class is a writing seminar or something like that, which can be taken in virtually any subject. So it's very fluid, the writing seminar class. Number seven, let's say I just went to RISD. There are no sports at RISD. There's like some intramural sports, but yeah, it's not serious. So if I go to both Brown and RISD, I can do sports at Brown, which is amazing. Number eight. This isn't really one of the reasons I chose this school, but I really like this aspect. I have a built-in group of 15 to 19 friends, or however many people except for the program. I have a built-in group of friends. We already have a group chat. We're probably going to be really close because we're in this special program. I can combine these two degrees in this capstone project we have. The fifth year, there's a capstone presentation project, and you kind of reflect on what you learned and how your degrees will interconnect and the things that you learned about. And they don't have to connect really, but that was kind of one of the points of the program, to find a connection and to have these two degrees connect to each other. But not everybody connects them. But I just think it's so amazing that I can find this connection between the two degrees. Number 10, for jobs I'm looking for, there's very few people who can say that they did this program since it's so selective, and say they went to an Ivy League school and an art school at the same time. And it's just so amazing. Like, so many opportunities are there. Number 11, because I love art so much, I just was thinking, like, why wouldn't I hone in on my art skills at university? So I'm just going to go my whole life untrained and be that self-taught artist, which is amazing. And I feel like part of that was my pride. Like, I just wanted to stay a self-taught artist and say, oh, people ask, oh, did you go to art school? No, I'm self-taught, the whole self-taught thing. So, but I can hone in on my skills and have people critiquing me and professors and just have all these amazing art students, which they're doing their best work, and I'm going to be like, oh, my work isn't that good. So that's going to make it so that I don't rush in my work and make sure my work is complete and fantastic. So amazing. I'm so glad for this opportunity. Thank you for watching, guys. I really suggest that if you're a good student and that you love to make art and that your art is really good, that you consider the dual degree program. You never know if you'll get in. I never thought I would get in. I literally thought I had no chance. And when I saw the letter, I was so surprised. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys.